This is the Bottom Line Liberia. Join us on Facebook, YouTube and online radio. This is the Bottom Line Liberia. Join us on Facebook, YouTube and online radio.
This is the Bottom Line Liberia, and tonight is a very special night as we're going to have a guest tonight. So we want to say welcome to you. If you're joining us for the first time, make this place your home. And if you've been here before, there is nothing strange here for you. You know exactly what we do. We hit the issues, we discuss the issues from top to bottom. And so today is the last day in April 2024. We're not going to see April in 2024 anymore, and there's not going to be 2024 anymore at the end of the year. So today's the last day, and this very special edition of the program will be featuring a group called MOCSA, and we'll have the founder and the CEO with us, and they will be telling us exactly what they do and where they do what they do. So let me say welcome to you guys, Francis Mensah from Sweden and Jamal Kamara from Manchester in the UK.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, boy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Like we said, we're going to have a guest tonight, so we're going to speed up everything a little bit. Unlike what we normally do, of course, we'll play our interlude of music for a very short time. When we at that time we'll be sharing the show so that we can have ample time to do all of what we need to do, because it's a lot of information I'll have to disclose tonight. But guys, we'll take a very quick break, and when we come back, then Jamal will go into the newspaper segment of our program, the Bottom Line Liberia. My name is Linford Goer, coming to you from Norway, the Royal Kingdom of Norway. And so we're going to come right back after this interlude of music, and then we'll be discussing the issues that we have on our plate tonight.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. People fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not go. I said we tired with their lies, we tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that's why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us a little and abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not corrupt. No one to trust. My people don't want to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask.
Okay, welcome back. Let me formally say welcome to you guys, and it goes directly into the first segment of the program, so that we'll have things going on.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Lynn, for thanks a lot.
That's we normally do. We're going to go straight into our. We'll be looking at the fundamental lines in Nigeria. So we've got three major things. We'll be looking at national budget. We'll be looking at the tenure positions, which is becoming a drama in Nigeria right now. The LTA, the Liberal Telecommunication Authority, tenure positions, commissioners, and issues. So, and also we'll be looking at the vote, result of the vote, the senatorial vote in the county. First, we'll look at the national budget. Before then, we'll take this break and get back immediately after this break. We'll go straight into
You are watching the review of Liberian newspapers' headlines that made news during the week on the Bottom Line Liberia. Please join us every Tuesday and Friday at 7 p.m. Liberian time, 8 p.m. UK time, 9 Central European time.
Once again, thank you very much for joining us. So we'll go straight to the top. We'll go first to Daily Observer newspaper tonight. We'll be looking at what it told us about the national budget, guys. I think you guys have been around for a little while. The national budget is submitted for 2024 came up. The first budget submitted was about 692 million, and now it was an increase. So this is what the reported this, and I will just put it up there so you tell me what you think about. The increase has been 738.8 billion. National budget has been approved by the 16 member of the House of Representatives. This is the story now. So there's an increase into the budget now. It was about 692 billion. Now we have an increase of 451 million. So we're going to go down to the breakdown where chunk of the money is going to. So anyway, I will take around you. What do you think, guys? Now the budget is after almost 3 months. The budget has just been. Where do we go from here?
When it comes to the budget, like I've always said, I'm not this normal guy. I'm not one of those that play with numbers. But I think the budget, the increment in the budget, I think for this year, I think is something significant to look at. But the question that comes along is whether the income generating capacity of the country can support the budget, because from our understanding, budget is just the allocation of things that you want to do. The various things that you want to do. You allocate certain amount to them. You don't have that. You may not have that physical cash with you. Probably you expect to raise the cash, or you expect that you're going to get it from somewhere, and then you attach, items, numbers to items that you want to have. And so the budget itself is not physical cash. So the question now that comes is, the budget is good, or like we're a small country, though we need more than this. But how do we raise this budget? What is our income generating capacity, and what are those areas that we think we can raise money from? When you look at certain state enterprises, almost non-functional, LEC, the Library Electricity Corporation, which should be one of the highest income generating sources for Liberia, is literally not functional almost, because every time you listen to people, talk show hosts or newspapers, whatever, you hear that LEC is not regular, is like that. Water and sewer, I don't know how functional it is, and so I see the number, the figures are there, but how this $738.8 million dollars budget, how do we raise it? So that's the question that I have. But like I said, it's good to look at the figure, you satisfy with it, but can you raise it? That's the next question. We'll be asking the question.
Right. before Mr. coming, I would just say a little bit about talk about the cost. Yeah, 3 main areas for now.
Your audio is very bad, Chima.
I said the government. Are you hearing me now?
Yeah.
Okay. The government is looking at 3 main areas where the consider as a main revenue generating agency that they're really looking into. The House was looking into it, saying, "Look, you know what? We want you to really look into this and make sure that the meet up with these the demand for generating income. The more, especially look at like LTE, telecommunication. We're looking at also oil refinery. That's the National Refinery Authority. They're also looking at the National Port Authorities. Those areas got the House was looking at that as a key area where these money could be bulk of the money would be raised from. So they're going to be looking to it seriously, considering what you were saying, where we'll get the money from. And when these state-owned agencies are not, enterprises are not performing very well. So there's a challenge for us, the government. So this is the reason they will expect foreign donors to come in, they will credit money for here and there to make sure they get on their feet. And in the long run, they'll make sure they try to pay back this money. Where government come in and get loans or credits. So to go to IMF, other banks, and to credit money, because if you can't meet up with the demand to help civil service. But after Mr. Mensah, I will tell you what area the breakdown according to the dollars area, what they're looking, how much money been, where they've been distributed to. Mr. Mensah, so what's your comment on?
Well, no, I think the budget is fair. Is not. It's kind of it's risk averse. We heard the budget during the campaigning for $1 billion budget. We shot about 300 million or so. Or less, or 250 or whatever, 220. But look, here's the stuff here about the budget. The bulk of the budget goes to recurring expenditures. Now, we're going to pay this, and I don't want to use Samuel 12's his terminology, the who cover who, So it's goes a lot to payments and government expenditures, but I would hope that the government will function. Those entities are responsible to raise the revenue, the budget, and bring it up to par financially. I hope that they will work well. It's just my thoughts on that. So I'll just keep it for that. I'll keep it at this stage now.
All right. I'll just go to quick breakdown on what the dealers was told us regarding what the budget, strong of the money is going to. Quickly, let me go through this. They said that 738 million will go to that's a larger, that's the 276 million will go to public administration. And that's sector. Then you have that will be like sector education sector will got 109 million, and we got security in the public law sector we got 106 million. Health sector we got 18 million. Infrastructures and the basic services sector we got 47 million. That's how it's been broken down. Those are the bigger chunks are going to how the budget's going to be divided. So if you look at it, the health is getting the security and infrastructure, basic services and infrastructure got like the lowest so far. But bulk of it will be going to public administration, what will have to do with payment, other services. I think government's got to look into civil services a lot here. So that takes about 276 million, where you got 106 million, 109 million go to other ministries. But anyway, that's all.
And like I said, for people who will be thinking ahead, the major thing they'll be thinking about is how do we raise this money? Now, if you got that chunk of money going to public administration, if you look at public administration, we're talking about probably recurrent expenditure, overhead costs. Every office will use, even though nowadays people are not using papers and pens and all that things, but there are all things that people stay by. And so I would have thought that some of this money will go to improving the public utilities, like LEC and telecommunications, and where we get people paying bills to us. You improve it, you put enough money there, improve the system, because some of these areas are literally not functional. So, I mean, you got the structure there. You got LEC, the building is there. You got all the light poles, but nothing. Look, common example, you have a stadium where you're supposed to play a game and the bulbs are not working. And if the bulbs are working, they can play so many games in the night, and not everybody can have time in the day to move from work and go watch game. So you will raise money, but you can hardly buy a light bulb for your stadium. Then you got a huge budget, and then you're thinking about going to donor agencies to get. So even though Francis try to avoid using Samuel Twist or jargon, dig hole, cover hole, but that's a common thing that we do in Liberia. Jima, time to pay Jima. I go to Francis, I take money from Jima. From Francis and pay Jima. Then I'm still owing. I'm not actually paying. I'm still owing. So I would have thought that they will make a reasonable budget. You don't have to inflate the budget. Make it small. But then they consider their own pockets. They look at the huge salaries that they will take. So sometimes I wonder how people plan our government, because everything has to do with planning. Some of our leaders, I sit on a committee in the second largest party in Norway, and we discussed the budget. Even though our party did not win this going election, but since we came second, we share power. So the budget will not pass, and we don't discuss it. And I see how the people do their thing. A rich country that got oil and a lot of reserve, but their budget is in line with things that they can afford and effectively. But you put all the big figures, yeah, it's good. Like I said, it's so good to look at the figure, man. But ask yourself, you're gonna go credit, you're gonna go back to support this figure. So I think the government should try to do and even that breakdown of where they think they will get the money from, the APRC, the National Port Authority. There is something. I'm in the maritime. I did shipping, right? There's something called force majeure. That's a French word. People can say force majeure. It's force majeure. Okay. Now, anything can happen if you depend on the National Port Authority. What if there is a flood and all of the keys are all flooded? Ships cannot come. So what you do? You tell people that you owing or your civil servants to wait until the water go down. Or what if tsunami take place? God forbid, and ships cannot come. So you don't count your checks while the hen is still laying, and that's why we tend to do all the time when we're creating some of these budgets. But again, this is government has to run. So however and whatever they can do to get money, we hope they will do it. And the maritime and the maritime LISCA, I think LISCA will also get some money from LISCA, right? The maritime program. So yes. I think those are areas where we can depend on. They say the door trust it through for a swallow bone. So we hope that they will be able to raise this money and get us going.
All right, thank you very much. If you're just joining us, this is the Bottom Liberia. We're coming to you live from Europe, and now we'll be having guests in the next couple of minutes from now. We'll be having our guests coming on. But in the meantime, we're discussing the major news that make headline in Liberia. Now we'll look at the national budget, and so now we have a special guest. Mr. Sherman will be here to tell us about what he does for MOCSA. That is the organization. He'll be here to tell more about. But in the meantime, we're going to go through some major headlines in the newspapers. Now, news. This is Nimba County. Linford, your county. Tell us what happened. Nyan has won. The senator.
Well, I mean, Nyan winning wasn't a surprise for me. I made a couple of calls to people who on the ground. Let me correct again. I do not come from Nima County. I come from Bon County. So let me get set that record straight. But again, this thing follows me all the time. People always say I come from Nima. So yes, my great grandparents came from Nima. That's good. So I'm a Bongese. I'm proud to be of Bon County, half Bassa and half Nimbayan. So I like it. But trying was poised to win this election. I saw it from the onset. You know, when Unity Party and Prince Johnson, who controls the MDR, that got more votes in Nima County, when they were at loggerhead as to who to support, I knew that there was going to be some split, and that confusion could take away votes. Okay, Prince Johnson has said that he wouldn't support this guy, and then looking at Unity Party as a ruling party, they can do anything. They can spend enough money. They can put a lot of resources into the election. And Prince Johnson, I'm sure he's not willing to put a lot of money. But then along the line, somebody told me that Prince Johnson even withdrew his support from Koga to try it again. So there were a lot of little games playing behind the scene that we as people, not the insiders, did not see. But howbeit, Nyatwa is now the new senator elect for Nima County to replace Vice President Jeremiah Kun. So I just want to say congratulations to him first, and then to his family, and to the people of Nima County.
Guys, Mr. Mensa.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's a young guy. I mean, I'm just seeing his picture. I mean, they had another guy. I don't know. He did not contest the elections, but he contested the first during the general elections. This the same guy who was the one doctor or something. I don't know, but this guy's a young guy. I mean, I wish him well. I mean, I hope that he go and serve the interests of the people of Nima County. You know, the Nibanians deserve better. Over the years, just been, you know, the same old story. People being elected, anything by themselves and their families, and you know. So I hope that the people, generally for Nima County, will will see a change in their lives, and somebody who will advocate on their behalf, for the betterment of the country, of the county as well as the county. Yeah.
It is true, because Niba is the county that has been in the news all along from the general elections up to now, and we hope that his elections will serve as a kind of uniting the people of Nima County to deliver on behalf of the people of Nima. We wish him well, and I think yes, as we said, we'll move on to the. We need to just stick through to see who can bring the guests and have. Don't stay tuned with us tonight. We're gonna quite an interesting story. That's just to give you a little bit of background. Tonight we have a guest with us who is involved in a massive project in Liberia. That's health projects, and he's with us tonight in the studio. He'll be telling us what they do, and they've been there since 2019. So therefore, we have him tonight with us. So don't stay tuned. Don't go away. After all, review the newspaper headlines. We'll be bringing it on to tell us. If you have any questions, don't forget to please drop your questions in our question box. This is a story that stay go with this story of. This is another one for dealers, our guys. President Boakai suspend the board of commissioners of the Telecommunication Authority (LTA) when the court refused to accept their dismissals to replacement. Now he came up with the issue of financial improprieties against I think 5 commissioners. So this is the issue right now, gentlemen. So it's somebody is saying that it seems to be a constitutional crisis coming up. Mr. Francis Mensah, what do you think about this headline?
Look, man, the situation is appalling. It is graceful. I know they need to find a common ground, a common understanding to mitigate the problem there. The president cannot be wrestling, twisting, the citizens of Liberia, in such a fashion. If these people have presidential, if they have, how you call it, tenant positions, and tenant position require them to stay, let them stay. I mean, they're all Liberians. I mean, we should Liberia should be operated a void of parties or partisanship, void of party sentiments. I mean, the other guys could find places to work. I mean, this creating is becoming, embarrassing for the country. Every time you go to the president says something, he appoints these people. to this place. It's not at the only. It happened at the what you call it? The Liberian
National
Environmental Agency. It happened there. They went to court. So I mean, come on. When will the government set up and start going through? I mean, the court processes all the time. So I mean, for me, I think it was about time that the president think this through and let the people, serve the position. 2 years they have 4 months or 8 months of 1 month they have, let them serve, and then you have the authority not to prolong the contract. So yeah.
Linford, this thing is that the government is saying that these guys are involved in some financial impropriety. So the thing like you can see, smell the rat, that the government sacked them. I mean, did not continue their appointment. So when they refused, they took to the court, and the court withheld the decision that they deserve the right to stay there until the term is over. Their tenures are over. And when the government came back again saying, look, you know what, you guys are corrupt, you got some financial issues, we're gonna suspend you on the investigator. Is there a political vendetta here, Linford? Linford, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry. Let me first of all welcome a couple of viewers that I see here. Those are appear on my board. Prince Dawson, Solomon and Binda, Trap, Cooper, and Michael Topa. If you stay there, will say thank you for joining us. You can help us to share the show. Those of you watching us by Jala TV or via Jala TV in Liberia, help us to share the show. Commenting on this thing for me, I think is embarrassing. Like Francis said, how this president is not new to this game. This president was vice president under Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. According to the same president, he and Madam Sirleaf were always the last 2 people to leave the room whenever there was a meeting, cabinet meeting or whatever. He was always the only person, if not the only person, but one of those people who will meet the president at will at any time, who could discuss issues with the president. Like he is president now. Now, under this, the watchful eyes of this president, who was then vice president, the tenure position thing was created and enacted into law, not just by mouth, not by letter, but by law. The lawmakers, the first branch of government, passed this thing into law. Daily executive, meaning he and Madam Sirleaf, signed it into law. Now, and he came and became president. How can he be the one to fight against something that it's like, you cook your own food and then you turn around, then you say the food not good. So who are you cooking for? And why did you cook it? Now, if they're coming back now, they first of all dismiss the people. The people left and went to the court. The court ruled in favor of the people. Then they're coming back to say, now the people are corrupt. They're finding some fault on them. It's all witch hunting. Let me tell you one thing. In Liberia, there's one thing that I have noticed. I'm not too old enough, but I have lived long enough to see a lot of things. And the same things keep repeating themselves over and over. The same mistakes that we made in the past, we're even multiplying them. You cannot witch hunt or try to run after a group of people. Everybody in Liberia knows somebody that you know or is connected to somebody that is connected to you too. So you do these things, and these are some of the reasons why we had to go through all the civil conflict. And when we went through the civil conflict, we thought we were fighting people from Mars. We thought we were killing people from Jupiter. Those same people that were killed, they turned out to be some of our relatives. See, simply because we had misunderstanding. And the same things continue to happen again. And the painful thing about it is that they are the same players that have been in this game for years. The president now worked in Doe government. You saw what happened when the Doe government executed 13 government officials for corruption. And then what happened afterwards? The president is a witness. Even better than some of us because he was older than us. Okay? Then we came down after the war. He became vice president, he became president, and he's still repeating the same mistake. So then we get confused. We don't know where to start from because the people, the old heads that we believe could lead us are making the same mistake. So what do you expect about these children that are born or from the children that are born during the wartime? So, I think the president will have to reconsider his decision. No, being a president does not mean that you should always, what you want to do should stand. And then withdrawing the the suspension or the nomination of those people that you are put in the position, withdrawing their name from there, will not take anything away from the presidency. You will still be called the president. I think what you want to leave is a good legacy. You don't want to leave and people point at you. You don't want to leave and people point at people in your government. You want to leave a good legacy. So if you know that something is going on that is not right, the person to do is to try to play that father. You are the number one man in the country, Mr. President. You are the one who look up to it. You said bad example. The Supreme Court ruled in this case, and then you went ahead and defied the order of the Supreme Court. So if one man goes ahead, if I go, let me not say one man, if I go and do something, they take me to the Supreme Court or to any other court, and the court tells me not to do it again, and I say I'll do it. Are you going to hold me? Because we see the example from you. So, I hope this president will see reason to withdraw those nominations. And, people, even some of the people involved in this case, when I see them, I laugh. Patrick Hunter voices still ring on the internet. If you just pull Patrick Hunter, go online and pull Patrick Hunter, his name will come out. How he was on every radio station crying that Joshua was suppressing him. So Joshua closed his radio station, seized his equipment. This is a guy who was crying on every radio station memorial just recently. And this is a guy who will press that he has to take over somebody's position, whether through the legal means or not. So it's a tailspin. We are going in a tailspin position. Like the dog trying to catch his own tail. Just turn around, don't catch your own tail. You see, we will never have this change if we have life like this in Liberia, where people see the right thing, but then they decide to do the wrong thing. And one of the main reasons is because of impunity. Nothing will happen to the wrongdoers. You can do wrong and go. In fact, they even award you. So I will stop here. I don't want to talk for long to hold our guests down.
Thank you very much. Well said. We're going to run one more headline. From there, we will go for a break and we'll bring on our guest. This time, gentlemen, we have Prince C. Johnson back in the news. He's been appointed as the head of the National Security Agency of Liberia after he resigned as the defense minister, whereas Harry Pearson II is gone to the port, to one of the passport who was serving as the NAC director. What do you
Man. Man, look, where is some people say pride that the look? I use the word proud or ego, not in the arrogant way that you be arrogant. Look, you can't be the chief security officer. The intelligence officer in Republic of Liberia. Then they send you to the passport director.
No.
I would already reject that position.
Okay.
I swear, I will reject it.
I think they sent him to go and clean up the passport department or the foreign ministry. He's the head of the department.
He's not the head of the institution. The minister of foreign affairs is the head.
Yeah, the head of the passport department. He sent him to go tidy up the place. So I think you should take that on.
Look, man. Look, in fact, I don't know what to say. Every day we tend to see surprises from the government. This government that we supported so much. I don't know. There's no other group of Liberians can serve in the position. Look, it's appalling. I don't know. Prince Johnson. Yeah, he's a military man.
Is it right that you serve as an NAC director? Do you stand? That stands good anyway. Is it? Do you expect for him from there?
Well, this man will be responsible for the intelligence, gathering of the country, both, external and internal, intelligence. I mean, so based upon his military background and as a person, I mean, I hope that he does well. Because that's a very, very, very sensitive position. I don't know if he fits in that position, but we gave him the benefit of doubt just because he's a military man and a security man. No, they didn't just put it in the general context as a security personnel. Since the NSA has to do with intelligence and security, as well. So yeah, that's it from my end, man. No, because Liberia is another place. No.
Yeah. Before Lynn for coming, Paul just been coming up and back and forth. Paul, I think you want to make a comment on this. What do you think? Paul, welcome. I want to welcome you again for joining us from. That's a law Paul Chidley from London. Paul, tell us what do you think about P.C. Johnson, now the head of NSA, and why Henry Pearson II is serving as head of the Passport Department of Foreign Affairs Ministry. New appointment so far from the government. What is your take on this?
Well, first of all, I'll say good evening to you guys. My voice is going in and out. It's the weather here. I'm sorry for cold, so I'll be in and out. And to our viewers, say welcome to the Bottom Line discussion. This is the Lord Chidley, your Home 7 in London. Jamal, this guy was treated unfairly in his appointment, and when the military wives protested, he was removed. So I think it's a reward for him here. Under the circumstances that they took the job from him, so
did they dismiss him or he resigned?
It was dismissed. They asked him to resign or dismiss. That's the intelligence we are putting in. So so this is just a reward for what they did, the mistake they made. So now I'm wondering, will the military words come out again to protest that they didn't want a guy in security apparatus? Would that be okay? I think he's a very intelligent young man, and he was part of the joint security, so he may have good understanding of what is sending him. So I think it's a good position for him, and let's look forward. Yeah, he do good for the country.
Thank you. Then
I'm not security man, but the man that show up, man, the man or whole defense minister will depend on the man in case of anything. So that national security agency you can't control, you will control it. Now NSA, see, let me tell you, when it comes to NSA, anybody can be an NSA officer. You walk in the street, you see somebody doing criminal thing, you call the police, you finish doing NSA job right there. But not everybody can be so up, man. They men are so up, man. When God forbid, when war start, that didn't want to go there to go fight. So the man is strong enough. I think he's intelligent enough, because in the military they say you should be intelligent and you should be brave. So I think Prince C. Johnson has been around for a while. He's a U.S. trained officer, so I think he can make it. And we just hope that he's not going to be one of those toothless bulldogs sitting and barking, and then people, crimes are going on. And I think with the likes of Prince C. Johnson, they should strengthen the intelligence unit of our security apparatus, because that people can be killed in Monrovia, they body laying down, and nobody can be caught. People setting fire on homes everywhere, nobody can be caught. I don't understand, but we hope the likes of Prince C. Johnson coming to this NSA will do something better, work in collaboration with the rest of the joint security, the military, the police, the DEA, and even the SSS, the immigration, and all these people. You all work together, you are strengthening the security apparatus of our country and make it viable. No, any country without security, that country is loose, it's open. It's like an open gate, open to anything that somebody will be boasting, a friend that I know will be boasting of how drugs can get kind in the country and leave, and this person is not even a Liberian. Say, man, drugs can get kind in your country and you leave like that. Can you imagine? So where are we? Who are we? So Prince Johnson, this is not just one of the decorative positions that you have and be walking around. When you're defense minister, you could wear all the insignias on you, all the military insignias on you. But they play governor that play to use your hair, not to dress like this, and you look elegant. You sit down with all the stars and shining on you know. They play governor that play to use your head. Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much, Linfo.
Ladies and
gentlemen, if you just joined us, we want to break you up. Thank you very much. We'll be looking at the major newspapers that make headlines like. We want to take a break. After the break, we'll bring our guests in, then I'll turn over to Linfo or Francis to take us through. But in the meantime, I'm going to take a break from here. Thank you. Wherever you join us from Liberia, wherever you are, we say welcome to Della TV and to our Facebook as well and YouTube. This is the Bottom Liberia coming to you live from Europe. We are based in Europe. If you look, England, we have others in other countries. So we spread over Europe and Sweden, Norway, as well as Germany. But in the meantime, I'll just let you know you can always join us, follow us, and like the show and share the show as well. So we'll take a break, and now we'll be back and we'll bring in our guest.
Hello Diaspora Liberian is the consultative meeting of Liberian entrepreneurs and professionals in Europe, brought to you by AFLA. It's all happening in Antwerp, Belgium, May 25th, 2024, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m., Landstraat 102, and it's by invitation only. Don't miss out. Welcome remarks by Mr. Francis Mensah, President of AFLA. Overview of the program, Ms. Emily E. S. King. Our topics and speakers are Honorable Alex Gonti, Entrepreneurship and Innovation in Liberian Diaspora Community, Mistress Leona Alsa, Policy Advocacy, Civil Engagement and Professional Development, Mr. John N. Brunel, Investment Opportunities in Liberia and Professional Development, Mr. Kuku Wisse, Skills Transfer and Mentorship, Brain Drain. See you in Antwerp, May 25th, 2024. Our proud sponsors, Chroma Corios, Alpha Arise from Sham, Patient Bawi, Afri Susu. Other sponsors are Liwini, Tulizin, and Spice It Up. Other sponsors are the Bottom Line Liberia, Afisi, Augustus God Tume, Spice It Up, and AFLA say what?
Thank you very much once again. We want to welcome you. Don't forget to join us in Belgium, Antwerp on the 25th of May. We'll be there live. Going to be quite exciting. I think everybody's going to be there, guys. Going to be a quite exciting story. If we still have a lot of calls are coming to be in Belgium. So if you want to be in Belgium, let us know. Drop a line. We're going to be there live. Liberians going to be there. Professionals as well as entrepreneurs. We're going to be discussing Liberia future. We want to leave a legacy as European and make sure we make contribution to Liberia. So don't miss out. Be there. We'll see you soon. John, Linfo, over to you. Bring in our guests and let's roll on. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let me welcome Mr. Ernest S. Sherman, the CEO and founder of MOCSA. We'll be getting to him. But let me say welcome to my former chief, one of my mentors in this thing that we're doing, Mr. Ella, Reverend Saint Jerome Davis the Third, a man who I have very, very high respect for. When I first sat behind the microphone, I sat under this man as manager of the project radio that we work for LRC, and this is somebody who I hold in high esteem, like the late James Wallow and the late MacArthur Hill, and so we've been around for some time. Now he different with me. I said anybody can be NSA, anybody can do NSA job is different with me. I take that, so I honor that, and he talk about tradecraft. I honor that. Well, what I meant was that if I see a criminal, I can inform the security. That's part of the NSA job, right? Even the NSA know, they know we the one can do it. But welcome, Mr. Sherman. How you doing?
Good, I'm good. And greetings to the panelists. I'm doing good.
Okay, thank you. And I hope you feel at home with us. We we're here. What we do here is very simple. We respect everybody's views. Your views may not be right. They are not wrong either. That's why you feel, and that's how you look at things. So when you on this platform, it's a small platform. We're still growing. But when you're on this platform, feel free to participate. You'll be well respected. And that's it. So guys, I think you all can take the time to welcome our guests, and then we can kick start.
Well, yeah, thank you very much. I'll be the first to go on. Sorry, Paul, go on.
Yeah, go, Jamal, go.
Okay, I want to first say I want to thank Mr. Sherman for honoring our invitation. You know, one thing we called him and we told him, look, we want to come and say, with the good work you're doing. He said, look, guys, no worries, I'll be there. And this is the one good thing, you know. And we've been talking to a lot of Liberians around here on this public in this forum. I want to let you know that we are here to discuss what Liberians are doing for Liberians. And in many ways, what you're doing in the church, you're doing whatever you're doing, let's have you come and tell us what you can do. Somebody out there would appreciate what you're doing. And we want to appreciate Mr. Sherman for coming. First, I invited him. It was no call. He didn't know me. He just took my call. To Jamal, send me an invitation. I'll be there. And he's here to tell us what he's doing for Liberia since 2019. So I want to say once again, thank you for joining us and thank you for coming to the borderline.
Thank you.
Well, the Lord Cholopate is based in London. I just want to say, welcome to the borderline, and this shouldn't be of lies. And the first time, we hope to have you back here again. So this is our platform. It's not a big platform, but after the show, a lot of people follow us. So it may be small, but we've been around for a while now. Welcome to the borderline, Liberia.
Ernest, welcome, my friend and brother. It's been a while. How you been? How you been doing?
I'm grateful. Trying to make it easy.
You know, thank you for what you do for Liberia, my brother. And you know, I hope that you know, God continue to give you the strength and to carry on. Welcome to the show. As you know, man, at least my colleagues have already welcomed you. So I hope you enjoy your stay. It's gonna be a little bit soft and hard. So, my man, just to warn you about that. So, thank you. Go ahead.
No, I don't think Mr. Sherman will take on hard hit because he's a humanitarian.
That is fine. There's nothing come easy now, so I'm prepared.
No, the guys that will pay for our taxes are the guys that we grill. But Mr. Sherman, it's good to have you here. But let me ask you, MOCSA, MOCSA. I guess that's an acronym. What does it stand for? What does it mean?
MOCSA stands for Making Our Children Safe Again.
Wow. It never clicked to me. Making our children safe again. That's very interesting. Tell me, what do you do? What does MOCSA do primarily?
First and foremost, MOCSA is a Liberian and foundation. Actually, we are involved into health, education, child protection, and gender. 90% we are into health. We are into a mobile health clinic. We go into the rural area. We provide free medical services to people who cannot afford, mainly to the disabled, to be precise, the vision impaired. These are people then who cannot afford, and the MOCSA Foundation is looking after them.
Okay. I asked you a couple of questions, and then my friends will come in, my colleagues will come in. You say you provide free medical services. How do you get a sponsorship? I mean, if you don't mind, I mean, you're not compared to tell us. But are you getting some subsidy from government, central government, because you are operating in Liberia, of course, and then you're treating Liberians, and then you're doing it free? So how?
MOCSA Foundation is owned and it's owned by me, and 90% of the support is coming from me. 10% is coming from friends around the world who I talk to, and they see the kind of good work I'm doing, and they come in with some support.
Mm-hmm. Okay, guys,
Yeah, I will be the last because we have had discussions in the green room. So I'll give my colleagues a chance to speak to him.
Okay, Francis.
Well, Mr. Sherman, you seem to be a very wealthy man to undertake that social initiative. Uh, Undertaking 90% of your work. I mean, it's just that. So, I mean, can you tell her how much you worth? I mean, because
That's a good question, and I just want the blessing of the Almighty God.
Yeah.
Smart answer.
That's a philosophical answer, is it?
because I mean, we got we got people like Honorable Alexander Cummings. I mean, worth millions of dollars. He does something similar to what you do, and so most people be honored to be thinking, Mr. Sherman is a wealthy guy, so he's involved in this venture. So that was the reason why I wanted to know to ask how much work. You don't have to put numbers there, but you just already say you have worked by the blessing of God. So it sums it out. So yeah, thank you. That's all I have to hear. No question.
Well, Mr. Sherman, thank you for the information. Though it's good to be blessed, and most time blessing come in many ways by helping the poor people. To it more, you are more blessing to what you're doing. I just want to ask, because you do mobile clinic, do you have volunteer doctors from overseas that come to Liberia to help in the process?
Thank you very much. And our and the foundation is operating on the Liberian on a volunteer basis with a volunteers, Liberian doctors, nurses, physicians, and dentists. These are volunteers from Liberia. We don't have support from overseas, and most of the people that work along is Liberians and that are based in Liberia. So give the volunteer services to the institution to give out to our brothers and sisters who cannot afford.
Yeah. I want to ask a question, if you mind, Paul. I want to follow up that. You just said to us that you're helping us with, you want to help the target group are those disabled, blind, visually impaired, and the rest of it. But the quick question that comes to my mind is that these people have unique challenges and requirements. And being a man, how do you go around to address these issues? Because you said to us, I think we had a discussion in the green where you're telling me, like, from 2019, you'll be involved in Liberia. Take us through how this got to, how the whole motivation came about, how you started this thing, and why make you. I know you just came from Liberia. You told me. Why is the motivation behind this? Tell us something. Why? Where are you getting the support from? Why you keep doing this when others are not doing that for you?
Yeah, thank you. First and foremost thing, I started working with the humanitarian and NGO when I was much small. I started working with UNHCR GDZ, as they used to call it, 2004. Well, but before then, when I was in school, in grade school in Simirit, 1992, the late Sean Devil, who died in Somalia, we were working together and with a group called ONSCO. And from there, I went to the Red Cross, gave some volunteer services. When I graduated from school, went through my college. Later on, I joined GDZ. We were partnering for UNHCR. So I worked in Grand Gita. From there, I was transferred to LOFA. Then based on my efficiency in the work, I was transferred to Sierra Leone as the training and monitoring advisor for Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. So basically, while working there, I had to resign and I went to Onmill. I served as the facility manager for the whole of Lofa County. While working there, and I resigned also to go to Haiti, 2010. And when the earthquake thing happened in Haiti, 2010, I worked for the Haven Foundation, for implementing for Carter Foundation there. And I stayed there up to 3.5 years. I resigned and I came back to Switzerland, where I was working with a logistic company called Top Event. So we go out, give our logistic stuff, and the background for me is that with this humanitarian things as I begin with from small up to now, I feel so pity for people, meaning for people who cannot afford. So I went through the war in Liberia. I suffered a lot. I ate pakanan, I ate patanga ball, So I decide what I have to give back to my brothers and sisters who don't have it. I put myself in the shoe wherein at that time, 1990, I never had it. People used to give hands to me. People used to stretch hands to me. And I used to go wash pots, wash clothes, just to have ends meet. So at that time, I couldn't know my left, I couldn't know my right, but people were stretching hands to me. And they had it at that time. So now I have it. With the little I have, why can I stretch hands to people who don't have? And where I found myself into this field. And most people ask me if I'm a medical personnel. I told them no. I did logistic. And then they keep asking me, how are you going with this thing? I said, through the grace of the Almighty God. And like the Lord said, pick up your cross and follow me. And which I'm doing. So I started since 2019 up to present. And we started as small, talking to people, giving out to people into the villages. And now we find ourselves where we are today.
The acronym MOCSA, you say making our children safe again. But I also see that you are involved with adults, because this picture on the screen tells us that this man is not a child. He's a child for his parents, but he's not a child, in the literal sense. So where is your focus? The children or just anybody?
No, and MOCSA Foundation, because one fact I will say to you, because who gave birth to the child is the adult. So if you're treating the children, you have to treat the parent likewise, because the parent accomplish them also too, to school, to health center, to meetings, to village town hall. So you cannot treat the children or you cannot treat the child without treating the father and the mother. So we put all of them into the basket and we treat them.
Which specific areas in the health sector do you focus on? Because you can be jack of all trade, master of none. I come to you. My forehead, I come to you. I get rising on my ball, I come to you. Astroma too, I come to you. My eye boss, I come to you. My team, I come to you.
We are into primary health care.
Okay.
Okay. I think did you hear me okay?
Yeah, sure.
Right. Mr. Sherman, I think my colleague is trying to put her in context here. Consider that somebody wants to give their support. This right now, I don't know. If you talk to about you help the blind, now you help the children, you help the adults. There are specific area in medicine or area that you say primary support. What is it that means for people that are not medical people? They don't know what they can direct the support. I think this is what we're going to get here. Is that what you're trying to say, Adinko?
I'm not getting kind of grounding, please.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I said to you, is it clear now?
Yeah.
I was saying that what my colleague was trying to put through was, we want you to be a little bit specific of what, like, for instance, it's primary health care. Like, most people won't know what is primary health care. You'd be a little bit specific here. So what does that mean to us? In case somebody wants you, I say, okay, we're going to get some help, want to support you on this one. We don't know what primary care is. So you at least be a little bit clear to us and say, okay, specific.
Yep, the primary health care is this kind of minor illness that we go through, like the malaria, typhus, and syphilis. These are the primary healthcare area that we look at. These are things then that we look at. For example, if we go into the towns and villages and we look at this little and illnesses that we will be able to tackle, one that we cannot tackle that we'll be able to do a referral, which is then what you see on your screen. Now, these are primary healthcare stuff that we look through. And for we look at this thing, we get into the field. We have some cases that the beyond, or what we do is something that we do a referral to the bigger hospital or a bigger clinic that above us. So we into the public healthcare, which is diagnosing malaria, typhoid, syphilis, and these are things that we do.
Basically, if I understand you, you're almost like running like a mobile clinic. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, we run a mobile clinic, and we run a mobile clinic now. And to be with the information, I just want to give, we have built our own clinic now. We have a mobile clinic and we have a stationary clinic, and we built our own laboratory now, as you can speak.
Okay. I know my colleague. Just give me 1 minute. I just want to put this in context. Let me just put it this way. I come down to you. You got a mobile clinic. When I come to you, I see your team somewhere around Bowman Hill area. Now your team is coming treating me if I have a condition. That condition, you first look at it. If it's not treatable by you, what is your limitation in terms of treatment, in terms of providing treatment? What are your limitations? And what is the most qualified health practitioners on your team? So in terms of referral, because I know you do referral right now. So what are you talking about? Physician assistants, midwife, nurse on the team, or you have the doctors on the team that first have to do referral to the hospital?
Our institution is covered by a medical doctor.
Okay.
According to the laws of the National Medical and Dental Association, before you run a medical institution, you should be called by a medical doctor. So our team is being called by a medical doctor, and our team go out with a medical doctor. In the absence of the medical doctor, the physician assistant take charge of it.
Okay. This brings me to another more question.
Yeah.
You're working with children. Which region are you specifically focusing on, or are you just all over the country? One day you're in Nima and the next day you're in Bapuru?
No, to be precise, we are operating into 7 different counties in Liberia. And we have 2 counties that we have our education programs. We have 5 counties that we have our health programs.
Okay, you listen. This is just a foundation, almost 90% sponsored by you, 10% from Google Friends, and you are embarking on 2 major projects. Because you see, the health sector is not a small one. It's complicated. You got people with eye problems, you got people with stomach problems, cancer, all kind of things. Then education and education is the bedrock of the society. So to engage in educational programs, you have to be very solid, very well established in terms of your programs, your curriculum, and all this stuff. But you are tackling these 2 major areas at once. Don't you see that as conflict of interest? Don't you believe that you can take one and be effective at it, and leave the other, because one person cannot do all in as much as we're willing to. So I'm concerned. Are you not facing challenges in these areas?
There will be nothing without challenge or challenges. Like I in my opening, I said that we are 90% into health and 10% into education. What happens is that we have an assessment team that goes into the towns and villages and do assessment into the villages and come back reports, for example. And if they report to us that, okay, fine, they went in this village, X village, and they see the need for education, Meaning our in MOCSA Foundation for Education, which is 10%. What we do in education is what to provide scholarship, to provide and material for the children for the learning. For example, copy books, and provide some instructional material for the teachers. But we cannot go beyond that. That is our limit. That is our limit for. We provide back to school. We give them the bags into the villages, because you can tell when you go into the villages, towns and villages, there's no book bag, there's no copy books, there's no instructional material for the teachers. So MOCSA Foundation comes in and provide those materials for the teachers and the students to be able to use. And we sometimes contact trainers to come and train teachers within those villages and towns. That's what we do. So we have our limit. Then we come to the health issue, where in our assessment team, because we don't just go into the village, we bring a mobile team here. No, we have the assessment team. The assessment team gets into the village and be able to do assessment, and also work along with Ministry of Health, we work along with Ministry of Education, work along with Ministry of Gender. So everywhere we go to the headquarters of the Ministry of Education or Ministry of Health or Gender, and we identify ourselves there, and we try to have a meeting with them based on our assessment team. Based on what we have there is where we will be led by the team or Ministry of Gender or Ministry of Health or Ministry of Education. So it's where we come back home, our strategic team put the strategy together, then we move.
Okay, I have one question there. I'll turn over to the other guys to ask. I'm sure everybody got something to ask. When you talk about you working with the Ministry of Education, I mean, in terms of consultation or whatever, how much do they cooperate with you? And at what level is your collaboration with the Ministry of Health and Gender and Education? At what level? Do you get a full cooperation from them, or are there, like you said, there are challenges, but are you getting what you need from them to get the resources, or the go ahead, or just whatever you think you need from them? Are you getting it?
First and foremost, I would say yes, we have a quarter relationship with Ministry of Health, Education, and Gender. Because first and foremost, before you go into that place, you need to have your sector clearance. And you have the right for your sector clearance, which we have. We have our sector clearance from these three ministries. And if we're going, for example, if we're going to Bon County, we have the right, the county health officer, informing the county health officer that we are coming into the county, and he will request for our sector clearance from Ministry of Health. So we had a good relationship with them in that aspect. But in terms of support, no, we don't have it.
Okay. Yeah, guys. Francis, Chima?
Yeah, Mr. Sherman, look, most of your critics would say that you guys are just going out there selling these pictures of those people with bloated stomach and what do you call it? Kashoko. I mean, they look hungry and kind of stuff, and then you guys, get donations and then pocket the bulk of the money. And so, what will you say to the critics out there who think in that fashion that, yeah, I mean, he just go out there present a negative picture? Because I mean, it's happening in Liberia. It's happening now. We have incidents of a lady who took some kids to America for adoption, and it's a common thing with NGOs. I'm just be specific. It's a common phenomenon with NGOs that are involved in this kind of work you do. They go to the villages and town, have these pictures taken, and then come to the outside world and get support. and a bulk of the money go into the pocket. What will you say to your critics in that direction? That no, you, I mean, your mode of operation is quite different from the other people.
Yeah, thank you so much. In everything you do, you will have people criticizing you, but it left for you to prove yourself positively. And I started things since, like I said, since 2017 up to present. And I'm not there to please anybody. I'm there to please what my Almighty God and to do the right thing. You can see from the videos, from the pictures showing, and the government library will tell you that if I were there to just take donation or take cash from people, it's same. We started as small and now we are around 20%. We built our own institution with our own money. For example, we have our own laboratory that doing testing, brought in our own machines. We built our own clinic. It was just open recently. And we invited the government to come see the kind of work that we're doing. So our work.
I mean, hold on. I mean, therefore you were there, Mr. Sherman. Uh, you get no support from anywhere. But then you go about building clinics, and do you pay yourself? I mean, how do you? How does it work? I mean, do you give stuff up at them to your
Are you getting any profit? I
volunteers?
think the question should be
Yeah,
like, are you
you
getting any
give
profit?
by them to your volunteers, because they go out, they leave their families as well. How does it operate? I mean, what's the operational scope like in terms of?
Yeah, most of the foundation, like I said, is owned by me. And I don't want to bring this one in, but I just, I've been pushed to the wall to just bring it in. And I've been backed by my wife. And she's been 100% behind MOCSA Foundation. She's been one of the strong supporters of MOCSA Foundation. She from Switzerland. She see the kind of work that we do. And she was in Morovia also into the bushes. She see the kind of work that we go. So she decided to give to MOCSA Foundation 100% support. And like for instance, like the regular said, for my staff, they have stipend. They don't have pay. They have stipend. And these are people then who I want to give the flower to who are on the show. Because every time we go into the butchers, the towns and villages, they express their love, like I express love and care for our brothers and sisters. So what we give to them it's not like a peanut. They accept it. And they also call, but CEO, when are we going back for any outreach? And I said, okay, fine. When I have something, we'll be able to get some medicine, get some food, and be able to, for us to move. So I want to give them the flower while on the show.
Paul?
Thank you.
Yes. Thanks, Nathan. Sorry for my in and out due to for the call on this side. And I just want to bring this out. I mean, you have done extremely well, something that you're taking from your own pocket to do in Liberia, and we know our people let hand out. There are a lot of agency and how they call it charity organization around the world that you could tap into. And I don't know if you heard about the Red Nose that is operating in the UK. They go around to countries in a third world country and they raise funds for this kind of thing. I know in December here, every year in the UK, they have the Red Nose days that they raise funds, medical supplies. They even build clinics for countries in Africa. So are you looking at that direction that you could tap into this big organization that supply medical facility for a lot of third world countries?
Yeah, thank you for the information. That's a very good and a very sensitive information. I will probably after the show, I would love to talk to you on that. I'll be happy because one fact is that if we have this kind of support, we can do better. We can do more. Now we don't have the support and we're doing something like around 50 to 60%. So tell me now, if we have this kind of support and any kind of support besides that, we'll do more. I just want to give another flower to a brother who been monitoring, who been following MOCSA Foundation in Liberia, and he's the CEO and the founder of HEW. He's a Liberian, he's based in America. And I just got a call one of these days, like the Jamal called me and said, hello, are you Sherman? I said, yeah, I'm Sherman. He said, where are you from? I said, I'm from Liberia. He said, okay, fine. He said, I'm following you. I said, okay, fine. Why, you want to arrest me or what? He said, no, I'm following your program. I said, oh, thank you very much. He said, can you give me your details? I said, it's impossible to just give you my details, but since you say you follow me, I have my office in Liberia, and you have your office, you can send the people to go see. Surprisingly to me, and he sent his team to my office in Monrovia, and the guys went there. And from there, he told me that I should send a list of medication to him that he wanted to send us. And it was between 2020 to 2021. He sent up about, let's say, a box, very big box, higher than me. He spoke to an institution called Blessing in America. They sent a worth for 1,000 worth of drugs. And I said, wow. He called me on the phone. Ernest, at certain time the drugs will be in Liberia. I said, okay, fine. When I get into Liberia, I'll be able to fly there. And I went there and I received those drugs. And I told you, I said, thanks to you. And I will write Blessing to tell Blessing, thank you for the kind of thing. He said, yeah, I sent it because the kind of work that you're doing in Liberia. He has an orphanage home in Liberia also too, in Caribsburg. So he visited Liberia. I was in there and he saw us doing some construction work and he asked me, what are they doing? I said, no, based on our assessment into the butchers and towns, we having so many cases and taking specimen to other institutions is not good for us. We want to build our own laboratory. He said, okay, fine. He said, I want to see the seriousness in you. So we built our own laboratory. And now, after we built our own laboratory, he sent us 2 microscopes, a brand new microscope with a laptop. So I said, okay, with some medical equipments, he sent it to us. He's one of the guys that always tap into us too with equipments, and medicine. So I just want to give him his flower while I'm on this thing. And like you just regularly said, and we'll talk to you beyond the curtains to see, because this institution is not for me. I'm just the driver in the seat. I'm there to what? Drive the truck from Monrovia to Cape Palmas, from Cape Palmas to Grand Crew, from Grand Crew to Sinus, from Sinus to Buchanan. I'm dropping people off. So I'm asking everybody to join on this truck to see how best we can drop.
I mean, I'll tell you, find on a tree, you own a truck.
Yeah, no, the tree we used in the Western world, so I'm using the truck now.
No, I had a tree in Liberia recently. A rescue tree. Then you got on the rescue truck. All right.
That's a political tree. You talk about humanitarian tree.
The next one will be airplane, helicopter.
Yeah. So I'm asking everybody. This MOCSA Foundation is not for Mr. Sherman. MOCSA Foundation is for Liberia. And MOCSA Foundation is there to help people who cannot afford. Take for example.
Thank you, Mr. Sherman. We're moving gradually. We're making progress. But for those of you watching us now, if you joining us for the first time, we'd like to say this is the program, the Bottom Line Liberia Discussions. We're here every Tuesday and Friday, and we come to you 7 o'clock Liberian time, and if you in the UK, 9 o'clock Central European time. If you anywhere in the GMT belt, 8 o'clock. If you want to make a contribution, the number is scrolling on the screen there. I will repeat it. I will read it out very slowly. So if you have pen or pencil, anything like fire code, say you want to write with it, you can write. Start laughing, man. The country code is +47. It's a WhatsApp number, so you can call me directly or whatever. +47 9945 450-882. Again, +47 country code 99450-882. Okay, you can also write your comments here. You can ask your question. If you can't call, you can ask your question right in the comment box. We'll post it to Mr. Sherman to address that. So guys, we made progress. Let me ask one question, Mr. Sherman. When you undertaking such a project, there is always a plan B. That if you find out that you cannot make it from your own pocket now, and then the people who the friends that like the friend that you talk about from the US, and some of them are not forthcoming anymore, what would be your next fallback position? Abandon it, let it go, or what?
Yeah, first and foremost thing, like I say in my intro, I'm a Christian. I believe in God, that He will do things, but I don't believe in defeat. I believe in success. But my fallback position would be like I will keep it up. I will definitely keep it up. There's no retreat. There's no surrender. I will keep it up.
Okay. I don't know, guys. I'm asking questions and you guys not talking. That's why I keep going.
Listen, we have a question. We're just waiting for you.
Or just in connection to what Linfo is saying, fallback position. Some things are not very clear. I'll be honest. Your wife supports, because you guys will probably be living on loans, on credit, like some people said, sometimes ago. So how does it really affect your family life? Because you taking a bulk of your finance, to give out to charity, So how can you struck? In what way have you struck the balance? Your personal finance and not going broke, and giving towards charity like that. We all live in the West here. We know what it's like. It is a very, things are very tough. Especially in Europe here. So how do you struck the battles, Ernest, Mr. Sherman?
Yeah, I know that when people is asking these questions, and like I said, that the backbone beyond this thing is my wife, and 90% is we supported, 100% is from my wife, and 10% from friends. Like for instance, if I call you, Francis, how you doing, my man? Can you help me in the mobile clinic? We need medication. Can you help us with paracetamol? Can you help us? We're running out of fuel. Can you help us in fuel? Probably tap in with them. But for example, like the mobile we're using, the donation came from my wife. The CBC machine that we're using came from her. The just recently with the EKG machine, it came from her. She paid for it because she see the sincerity in me first, and the sincerity in the staff. People will support you based on your sincerity. People will support you based on your honesty. So these are things that she sees in the foundation. And she was also there. She was there, and she saw the kind of work that we do. I think I sent a video to Jamal to see, and she saw it. She was happy. She was overwhelmed, and she pledged her support to support the institution.
Yeah, okay. I'll have to leave. So we hope to see you hopefully in Antwerp. You can come and meet Liberians there. You can network and it's an opportunity for you to, to sell your organization more, to your own people, Liberians in Europe here. So so they can know and help you in whatever way they can. So I hope that you will consider coming to Antwerp on May 25th. It's a consultative meeting of Liberian professionals and entrepreneurs. So it's an opportunity. So on that note, I have to leave. I got some stuff to do early in the morning. Before the chicken crow, I have to be up. So yeah, guys.
Thank you very much.
Okay, but we'll catch up, guys. Yeah, we still log on Friday. Yeah, all right.
Right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Mr. Sherman, are you still there?
Yeah, Mariah.
Let me take you through. You go around, you see how we got. Let me remove this thing from the first. You see how people's lives are affecting the rural areas, and you just, I don't know how to say this. I want you to go straight to the point. Where do you get joy from what you do?
You know what you just said. I have more than joy in doing what I'm doing. Besides this foundation, I've been in the humanitarian field for a very long time. When I was, let me just take you about 6, 7 years.
I want to stop you. I want you to continue. The question I came from, you come across people that can't even find bread to eat. They don't have food. And you're giving them medication. They're telling you, you're giving them medicine. We don't even have the food. And then you don't have anything to give. Do you feel happy? Keep going on with this? Are you not depressed? You're not getting support? That's where my question coming from. Not like, I know if you don't have a joy, you'll be doing this. But then another question follow that would be, if somebody has to help you, what area the strategically looking up to? Look, this is the area I need help right now. What would it be like? Just two questions in one.
Well, actually, to be frank with you right now, I need help in the health sector. Yeah. The health sector is very, very bad, to be precise, in Liberia.
Right. Okay. That's my question. Go on. Paul, I know you want to say something.
No, I want you to flow with the question you asked. The job. There's look at the viewer comment. There's question there for him.
Okay, Chandra Branch is asking, how do you update?
Put a question on the floor now.
Yeah, how do you update your supporters and contributors?
That those that support me, for example, if Brother Chulope is give me $10, and if I tell him that, okay, fine, I need $5 to go to Kakata, and after that I like send him reports, and that time say, okay, fine, we went to Kakata, and the mobile outreach, medical mobile outreach was successful. We treated 6 patients, and 5 was, well, from 1 to 6 was kids, from 1 to 6. So I gave them the update, those that gave me support, and I also post it on our website, and I also post it on our Facebook page.
Okay, I have this question. You have a mobile clinic. You go from point A to point B, and do you do revisitation? How do you keep up with your patients after you've treated me, and then you left? How do I see you again if I don't get well, or if I need a repeat of the treatment?
So yeah, thank you so much for that question, because if we come to time X to conduct a mobile outreach, we don't just leave, because if we leave, we don't know the outcome. We have the team, the monitoring team will go right back there to go and monitor, to go see if the treatment that was given, if the treatment was right or if it was wrong. What is the effect, the negative and positive? Based on that, they will bring back the result back to the office, and the team of medical personnel will sit on the round table to see, be it negative, be it positive, they have to go back into the thing. So they go back again and see like the monitoring team into the villages. So we have a team that after they'll have the assessment team, based on the assessment team, then the mobile team goes there. After the mobile team goes there, then they get the monitoring team that goes there and see how was the treatment given to the people, if it was good. And after that, then another team will go back again to see, get view from the people if it's important for the mobile team to continue the services within that town and villages. So these are things that we work on.
The two projects that you're doing simultaneously, education and not whole education though, you're providing, learning tools and stuff like that to students. Yeah, and the health stuff, which, according to your own assessment, since you have an assessment team, which of the two areas are you really, really effective in?
The healthcare.
The healthcare.
Yeah.
Okay. And what are your failure stories?
It's so much. It's so much.
Oh, do you feel sometimes you have some failure story? Because everything you say is like success story. So I want to hear some of the failure story where you went to this point A and you treated people, nothing happened, nobody got well, or you were not effective. Do you have any story like that?
No, I would take it back to Little Bassa, because on our way to Little Bassa, we had a breakdown. We had a little breakdown, and our car got stuck, and we couldn't move. And
your car was 94 100 days.
I'm not going that direction.
I know, so right?
We had a breakdown, and the people was something like a 15 minutes drive towards the town, and the people were saying that, oh, what happened to the people? I'm sorry to say, the guys lying. They said they were going to come here to treat all everybody in the place was crowded up. So what we did was, we got another car, we chartered another car, we sent a team in from to go and carry the medication to them. And another challenge was, another fatal stuff was, we're reaching the town, because we had the agreement with the people there that they should be able, we provided the money, everything for them to cook for us, and they never cook for the team, because normally carry our food, so they never cook for us. So we were stranded. We had to send team to come and farm food for the team, and there's so many of it. Take for instance, walking. The assessment team told us that, okay, the people said they'll face the bridges, and when we reach there, the bridge, nothing happened. We have to park the jeep, walk in the water just to meet the need of the people. This is another thing that we see. But notwithstanding, we still have to meet the demand of our beneficiary.
Yeah, because initially when I heard about your work, things like working with eyes and eye diseases, things like conjunctivitis, strabismus and stuff like that, and so, and then you also do nose and other operations. So I thought you were working at that scale. Do you do anything like that?
Yeah, we have a team. We have a team from the ENT, and we also have the guys then from the ICE area too, who goes and see these people then when we get into it, because we contact them. We say, okay, fine, we go on a mobile outreach. We want for you to join us there, and they go and do the work there. So we carry there, and they do the treatment, they do the screening and everything with the thing, the ENT, which is ear, nose, and throat something, and then the eye people. But basically, our team is on the primary health care. We just contacted these guys and a month ago, and we're working towards it to see how best we can expand into our programs.
Right. Linfa,
Yeah.
Before you recognize some people here, I just want to say something to Mr. Sherman with regard to, let's consider you see something on the screen right now. There's a picture on the screen. It's an elderly man on the screen. And I know you're providing them help. How much will it be for one person, at least a euro, US dollars, or pound that you could provide per month that can able to look after this man for at least 6 months? For instance, if I provide you $1 or a month, if we have 50 of us providing the dollar, without how many person would that look after in terms of medical support and all of your primary health care program you're doing?
Yep. It's a hypothetical question because, for example, like for instance, he's doing his BP right now, as you can see. From his BP, he will be going on to do his weight and height. Then from there, he will be doing his screening. And from the screening, he will go to the lab room. And based from the result from the lab room, he will go to the doctor again, and will provide him his medication. Probably his medication may cost, when we look at into Liberian data, will be costing probably around $2,000 to $3,000.
That'll be how much will be in US or Euro.
I'm just giving a rough example. Probably it could be $2,000 to $3,000, maybe around $10 or $11. That's it. I'm just looking at that one. Just a rough example. Beside him, another person will come up with the problem. Their story will be different from his story. Maybe be lesser than his story or higher than his story. Maybe it will be around $5,000. It depends on the cases. It depends on the cases that we can speak to.
Okay. What is I know your team's been around for since 2017 up to now. What are the major health conditions that you come in contact with? Like you said, okay, these are the priority we're looking at. For instance, diabetes, looking at hypertension, so looking at other health issues or eye issues. What are the major health conditions that come around your team, medical team come across?
Malaria.
I think government is doing much on malaria side because they are free malaria treatment right now. How will you be continuing? I think government has a special malaria team at Ministry of Health. Why will you be looking into that? I think you should be looking. Why you be looking into that?
No, reason is that most of the cases that we get on our report is malaria and typhus and syphilis and you got some rashes. But most of the cases, because after doing all this, we had to go through the rapid test. And based on the rapid test shows that this person has malaria or the person has typhus. So you see, yeah.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. Linfa, will you recognize for people that may comment? I think recognize the effort Mr. Sherman is doing right now.
Okay. Let's recognize Konya Lufa. I think Konya has a time in Lufa. Konya Lufa says you're doing great job, great initiative. And of course, we recognize Chadela Brown, Chilople, and there was some couple of comments here before from my own chief, St. Jerome and Davis, and also other people. But we want to welcome Christine Bracewell Batu. This is the first time I hear her name. So we want to say welcome. This is important in Liberia. Let me welcome our other panelists, Guide Augustus Tome from Germany. Mr. Sherman will tell you this is a European platform, so we scatter all over the place. When you miss one, you can, when you catch one, you can't catch the other one. So, Guy, say welcome. Mr. Sherman is here. He's talking about MOCSA. MOCSA is making our children safe again, and they are involved in several primary healthcare activities across Liberia. Right now, they're operating maybe, if I'm not mistaken, 6-7 counties for now, and they hope to cover the entire nation as long as they can afford the cost and the time. Actually, before God coming, let me ask you this question, Mr. Sherman. When people do this kind of job, it's always like, people, the beneficiary will always look up to them. But when when you work somewhere, say you go to my village and you work there, and the people there want to do a goodwill gesture for you. Say, oh, you're getting the medical team one goat or one chicken. Do you receive anything in return?
First and foremost thing, the only thing I want to receive for that is thank you.
When I mean you, I'm not talking about Sherman. I'm talking about the team, your whole group.
No, we went through these things many times because the people been so happy. Like for instance, I will just take it back before I answer your question. The Rossville just in Mosorado County in District 17. Since the war, they have not getting no medical attention. MOCSA Foundation was the only medical institution that entered Rossville, and they were so happy. They brought in chicken, they brought in this and the banana, plenty coconuts to give to the thing. And I told them, look, thank you so much. I appreciate, but I don't think I need it. Only thing I need from you is to pray for us that we may be able to have sponsor.
The reason I ask that question is not like, sorry, Paul, you coming. The reason I ask that question is not like to put you on the spot that you're receiving something in return. But no, I come from a traditional setting right now. If I give you details of my village and you go there, the people will welcome you. And the reason they do that is to make you to feel at home, is to show you appreciation as well. Because I mean, we are traditional people.
That's a normal thing that's a normal thing for us. Yeah. Everywhere we go, the people open arms to all the people happy.
Not I want to put your group on the spot.
Instead, in District 3 at the back of Bomi, and we have to cross the river. We have to cross the river, walk hours before we get into the town, and the people were so amazed to see us crossing, bringing help, relief to them. And we told them, said, look, we like y'all. You're not different from us. The only thing is that we're across the water. Yeah. So you see, I feel so happy in doing this with my team. And I will just give flower to my team because my team is always pushing me. Look, CEO, we need to do this. CEO, we need to do this. Every time you call on the team, they are willing. Regarding the $5 or $10 you give them, it's nothing to them, but it's sacrifice the time and effort. And when we get to the times and effort, when we find smile on the people's faces, give them more joy to work. Because when the assessment team goes there, they come and say, oh, the person here should come. When they goes there, we treat them, and the monitoring team goes there and see the people healthy. That gave us more momentum to go back there. Even if we don't have our last, we'll be able to put fuel into our car, buy our water bag, buy our food, buy drugs. Sometimes we credit. They may be friends with you. We credit. Take for instance, we indebted to some pharmacy in Monrovia because we took some drugs from them because of that, and they know that we'll pay them back. But we just want to put smile on our brothers and sisters' faces. I just from Monrovia, and I just want to do. You have family and friends in Monrovia. See how is it? You and myself can afford, but our brothers and sisters then cannot even say afford. It's not easy to even go to the hospital. Sometimes it goes to the hospital, they tell themselves, because to just do registration is something like around $300 or $400. Before the registration, the motorbike they take motorbike from town 1 to town 2 is $750. For the other one is $150. Then how much they have to do the registration? And they have the free services that given to them from MOCSA Foundation. They feel so happy. They have smile on their faces. So I feel happy in doing these things, and I want to give thanks to all those that are helping us, probably with $5, $10. Sometimes I write some of my friends and say, "My man, leave me. You disturb me." I say, "My man, I need 5 gallon of fuel. I need 1 gallon of fuel," and it comes in to give all this fuel.
So you see, and just before my colleague guy coming, because he's the latest to come in. The question that I asked about the people coming to you, it's not that. Let me tell you one thing. Those people, when you see them, whether that one rooster or that one small dry meat they bring to you, not that they taking it because of what you've done for them, but they want to establish that rapport with you. So it's not wrong. In fact, if I were on your team, I would be the first man to bring that chicken and say, okay, let's all eat it. I'll go forward.
Yeah, that is
the way the people get into you.
That is true. We have it in Rossville, but the thing is that we're bringing relief to the people who cannot take things for them. Takes for example, besides that, let me just say another thing. What they even say ask because you not know that I'm the head of the team. They tell us, oh my man, we want for you to run. Oh, run where? I said, no, I'm not there to run. I'm not there to run. I'm not looking for political area. I've been in the game since 2019. From 2017 to now. 2019 is time the government recognized us. That time we had our business registry and other things. Then that time government recognized us, but we've been in existence a long time. So we're not there to run.
My man, people want to run, the person can run and say no.
No, if we dare to run,
Mr. Sherman.
Yeah.
Are you pulling your feet, boy?
They've been pulling your legs.
No, I agree with you. No, I agree with you because these are things that we receive every time we go. Even say just recently when we open our own clinic, MOCSA Foundation clinic, people start to ask, people start to question, you getting support for anywhere? I say, you know what? Check my account to see who transferring money there. Check MOCSA Foundation. They do a background investigation on MOCSA Foundation. MOCSA Foundation is owned by Liberians. MOCSA Foundation is owned and operated by Liberia, and we do the needful for Liberia. You know, the clinic that we open, and the clinic that we open, we did it 50%. For example, a bill is $5, you pay $2.50, and the $2.50 will be paid by me and the team. So you can go there. We got our all equipment. Our laboratory is well equipped. It's in Dwazon. And we have professional staff, and we have doctors that are working, volunteer doctors. I want to give them a flowers to them. They are working. So you see, so we're giving back to Liberia, we're giving back to our country. We don't want anything. What we want is that the people should come for the treatment. That is it. We want for people to come. So we're asking everybody to join us to see how best we can care MOCSA Foundation. Probably maybe you have people who have the expertise in eye, expertise in nose, expertise in different areas into health. So you can contact us and we'll be able to open our doors. That then the people come and work for us. Work for the people of Liberia, not to work for me as an individual. No, that's why my name is not on the foundation. To work for Mama Liberia. We can't be president, we cannot be minister, we cannot be director. We can be humanitarian person. We can be humanitarian person. So, for example, the AFLA can say that on behalf of AFLA, we ask MOCSA Foundation that we give MOCSA Foundation $5 that should go into Banga to provide free medical services there. We will go there. We implement for AFLA there. And the people ask us, who sent you? We say that AFLA. Or who sent you?
Mr. Sherman, is that an open proposal already?
It is.
Absolutely. Mr. Sherman,
that is good.
I just want to
it's spoken Dutch.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch.
Okay, it's better than basic Dutch, huh?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wo hast du Deutsch gelernt?
So
you get a Dutch
house here.
Wohnst du in Deutschland?
Ja, nein, even in Schweiz.
Ach so, sprechen Sie Schweizerdeutsch?
Ja, Schweizerdeutsch, ja.
Das ist gut.
Ja.
Wie lange warst du in der Schule? Wie lange hast du in die Schule gegangen?
Ein Jahr.
Dann Deutsch ist gut.
Ja. A basic Dutch you will learn lança, e come lança. E ganha na escola intensive learning.
Intensive.
Yeah, intensive. So
you see, these guys are showing all their European language. If you ask God now to speak Basel, he won't be able to speak Basel, but he is proud enough to speak German.
Fluent Basel. If you say Grebo, if you say Grebo and hair, I'm a Grebo man. I should be fluent in it, but I am not. But Basel, I can speak it.
You guys are now bluffing with European language. But Mr. Sherman, I got a question for you. It have to base on challenges. I know the medical situation in Liberia is bad. People cannot afford medication. Even paracetamol, people cannot afford to buy. If you travel to some other rural area, have you ever come or face always situation that you have ran into a pregnant woman that could not get to hospital, or your team were able to do something, or it could be somebody else instead of pregnant woman? Any situation like that you guys have faced with before?
Thank you for throwing my
serious illness and
thank you for throwing my mind back. And 2002, we had an outreach in bomb mines, to be precise, central bomb mines, and we are on our way to bomb mines. And right at Konya time, we had a situation wherein a pregnant lady was in the wheelbarrow. They were carrying her to bomb mines. That's quite a long distance. We have to stop. Mobile 1, Mobile 2 have to stop and put the lady inside and take her to bomb mines. So all the things drop down, and that car have to carry her there, drop her to the place there, and leave one of the nurses then there to monitor her. And while going, we had them taking down the history like a Western stuff, because they have to because when they get there, they don't have to go tell us, oh yeah, ask the lady. So the history was taken down. So when they got there, they have the nurse have to present the history from the beginning, that she took the lady from the quota to the hospital. So we had a situation like that.
Okay. Wow.
What? I don't know if God had any question, because our time is fast spent. We need to get out of here in the next 5 minutes.
Not much to say. I just want to say he's Liberian. So the first thing I can say is I really appreciate you for your effort, you and your team. And a lot of the things you've spoken of, I mean, I can't speak for MOCSA, but I've encountered them. Our people need the help, and we will urge people, when you see MOCSA coming across you, any help you can give them, we're asking Liberians to do. By the way, I was on the radio last night. I was also streaming on my TikTok platform, and then there was this Liberian doctor who stays in the US, and he was on live, and we chatted for a little while, and he's looking for such initiative as well. He spoke very well last night. He's looking for such initiative to support to us. So my own thing here is there are lots and lots of rural areas. Some are not accessible by vehicles. Do you intend reaching some of those communities?
100%. You know, if you go to our page, you will see some of our videos and see the kind of bridges that we cross. That will tell you that we are prepared if we have the support. We cross bridges that even others cannot cross with our cars. We walk on bridges that others can reach. Because our videos will tell you, and that's something I want to brag on. The MOCSA Foundation, I trust MOCSA Foundation. If we have the support, we'll do more than what we're doing now. So we ask everybody.
Are your staff being paid, or they are volunteering?
They are volunteer staff. They just been compensated.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Sherman, I know you spent time with us, right? I got just a quick question. For instance, I know there are some people in the medical practitioner, they see to us right now. Consider they want to come and help, do some a couple of weeks voluntary service for Liberia. Consider I'm a medical person. I could be an eye surgeon, or could be how do you say that? Anything I should do with
neurosurgeon,
whatever it is. I want to come, and during my holiday period, I want to come to support, give something back to Liberia, what are you an organization like you? How do we get in contact with you?
The contact is on the website, and the contact is on the Facebook page, and my contact is here. You can see my contact here, and it's www.mosaswitzerland.org, and my contact is there's plot 417882052. You can contact me, or you contact the executive director. She run the program in Liberia. So we are like you regularly say, our doors are open to anybody to come and see how best they can help our brothers and sisters back home. We're not limited to Sacred Fund to anybody. We open our doors to anybody. So we're open to donation also too, be it in kind, be in cash, be in equipments. We'll be happy that if those things then come in, So if you give us medication, we'll love it. You give our paracetamol or ASA, some antibiotics, then we'll be happy. And just give us some fuels.
What I'm trying to say is this.
We got a call on the line though.
Okay. Give a priority to the caller, please.
Okay. Caller, are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Will you be very audible? What's your name and where you calling from?
Yes, thank you so much. My name is Ernest. I'm from Belgium.
Okay.
And Bochum, to be precisely.
Okay. So, what's your contribution?
Yeah, thank you so much for the platform, and I love the brother initiative, Mr. Sherman. But I have two questions, and this question regard to during the rainy season. You just spoke about you can access every part of the country when you want to. So how do you go about when there is rainy season and you have to travel to some of the rural area to at least maybe do your second visitation or your first visitation, or perhaps there's somebody in need of medical help, or maybe that person needs paracetamol or some kind of bandage or some kind of injection to just, how do you go about it? And the second question is, during your second visitation, how do you know that you are treating the first person that you give treatment to in your first visitation? So if you're going back for the second time to check what are the person's status has changed, what are the conditions, how do you notice? How do you go about if it's not different person that you're trying to treat? Now, the reason of these two questions is because I'm a data scientist. I'm a programmer in Netherlands, and I lived for 20 years in Netherlands and 2 years in Belgium. I program drones. I program medical stuff. I program database for different type of areas. So I am reaching up this, like, for example, how do you do these things? Can you give me what kind of a tool do you use in your first visitation, and what kind of tool do you use during the rainy season to access these rural area? Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for the question. That's very important. That question is very important. For example, for the rainy season, like I said, God bless us with a 4-wheel drive, Nissan Patrol, and a Land Cruiser, so we can stand the condition of the roads to get into this area. Okay, coming to for instance, our first visit, because the first visit into the village, which is the mobile team, after the assessment, the mobile team comes in. We have a database that put in place, for example, because you have to register the person, they have the card, they have the chat, and based on the chat, they have to treat the person. And after that, the second visitation, the monitoring team will also come into the towns with the same database. They have the laptops, and they have the iPads, and they have the chats. So, for example, if they get into the towns and villages, they will have to go around the towns, or they call in and see. And they say, okay, fine, I was there, I went for treatment and XYZ, and he had to check through his chat to see which type of treatment that he took, and how was his response. So based on that, he and the doctor or the nurse will be able to do, they have the conversation and where the solution, the result will come in from.
Let me add to the caller's question. Do you notify the community, or do you do how do you carry on the assessment that brings about the data for your patients? Example, you're going to Bonjema, or you're going to Vahun, or you're going to some other rural areas far on the mountains, and there are 30 persons there. Out of the 30, there's maybe 6 have been in the last 4 days with malaria. Or a farmer went to the farm, got his fingers caught, and so forth. How do you approach the community to get those data of people who need your services?
First and foremost, now we'll have the assessment team. The assessment team will use the key. The key is to meet the stakeholders in the community and tell them our aim and objective of the institution. And based on that, they will invite the medical team to come in. And when we come in, what we'll do is something like that. Everybody will assemble at a similar point. Everybody will assemble at a similar point, and based on that is where we will start our screening and we start our treatment. And then from there, we get our database. For example, we were at where the place is Rossville. There's a lady was in the house, they're very sick, very, very sick. She couldn't move. So our medical team have to move there and get her full particular and put it into the database. So we have all this record, and the monitoring team went back to see the treatment they gave her, if she was responding to the treatment, be it positive or be it negative. So we have database of all community that we go to.
Time has become our enemy. Yeah, Thomas, you got one more question?
Yes. I just got a little, let's say, not a question actually, but something of motivation for the dear brother. I understand that this is a very good, great initiative that you've taken for the rest of us. You know, you've been doing it. It is our duty to support as well. Now, I have been advocating for such things like that in Liberia. But for me, I am more on the digital side. Instead of driving with a 4x4 drive in a rural area, I consider programming a drone to drop a medical facility to the villages. And some of the drones that I've programmed can go up to 45 miles. And these are drones that can drop maybe or something that can just drop and then return back to its destination. Secondly, I would like to give you a little input. Let your data be on real time. For example, there is this straight out of the box that I program is a two-way communication between doctors and patients. The agent that is going to monitor the villages, all the villages can have their data into that system, because most of the villagers don't have iPhone or maybe Androids, so they can maybe use one device. Let's just make it in a way that it will make you to be more effective but less expensive. We go for the cheaper, but it should make you more effective. So I want to stop here. My name is Thomas Lowen. The embassy of Brussels, they knows me very well. I'm the key architectural on the security sector. All of the organization here knows me very well. EFLA and everywhere in Barcelona and Germany. So if you need any other assistance about hostings and web applications, I get my own data center as well. I host anything for Liberia businesses. I put Liberia businesses on the line for people that have good plans, but they don't have the money to host web applications and all of that. I put all of them online. So thank you so much for bringing me on, my dear brother.
Okay, Thomas, hold on right there, Thomas. I will throw this challenge. EFLA is going to be hosting this consultative meeting in Antwerp. It's going to be the 25th of May. So you are welcome to come there, and we will try. The Borderland Liberia will try its possible best to be there, and we will also try. I mean, this is a promise from the Borderland Liberia. We will work with you, Thomas, when we meet in Antwerp. I'm sure you will be there. You gotta be there on the 25th. Please, yeah, you gotta be there. And when we meet you, I think, yeah, we'll find a way. We'll find a way to connect. Even if you don't come, we'll stay be in contact with you, and we'll find a way to connect you to Mr. Sherman. Because that's one of the reasons why we are in fact going to convene this meeting in Antwerp. So, guys, do you agree with me?
Sure, we definitely support
Liberian community in diaspora. Because 4 or 5 years ago, I was the key architecture in designing a database system for all diaspora. Design of biometric ID systems that all Liberians should be identified with ID systems, and that would make it very simple for the Dutch government or the Belgian government to identify Liberians on this continent. And I programmed that system, but that system died, and it breaks my heart. When you build systems,
I knew the answer. I knew that was going to come.
It gives you joy, but if you don't, if people stop downplaying you because you want to be, then it becomes a burden. So
okay, but Thomas, like I said, when we meet in Antwerp, we'll talk. And let me just leave you with one word.
Patient already invited me, but I turned down the invitation.
No, you got to come. Because of us, you got to come. Please make come. Even I will come. But let me tell you, you and I should not even be in Europe today if the Wright brothers, the guy that invented airplane, if they are giving up because their first effort failed. So they tried, the first plane crashed. They still had to build it again. And then, today we can ride helicopter, people even going to space. So don't let your hope cast. And this is why we're here to be encouraging people. And we are a European-based diaspora, talk show group. So we're here to build, bridges between or among Liberians, wherever we can find them. So Thomas will be hoping to see you in Antwerp on the 25th of May, a few weeks from now. Thank you very much for joining us. And we let us say, you can join us next time whenever you have the time.
Thomas, before Thomas goes, can we have his contact from Mr. Sherman so they can keep in communication, please?
Okay, Thomas, probably.
Yeah, you will contact you and send a communication so you can speak to Mr. Sherman because he seems to be a very so positive with Mr. Sherman. That would
exactly.
Thank you very much for joining us.
No worries, brother. Bye-bye.
So maybe Thomas.
Hang up.
Thomas will be in the comment section. I'm sure he's still following. Yeah. I just want to support what he said, right? And I think he's very useful not only to Mr. Sherman, to the Liberian community in the diaspora. He said that. And we need to impact our community with such individuals. So whatever way we can connect, let's do the connection.
Yeah, that's
why. Like he said, Mr. Sherman, right? I worked on several USAID projects in rural areas. Some of them were medical. Some of them were other activities, growing the communities, like Catch for Work and other things like that. So when he started to speak, I knew exactly what he meant when he was telling you his recommendation to you, because my last USAID project was with PCR, Project Concern International, and there were challenges. So I'm sure when they were doing their assessment, they knew those challenges were going to come. So they designed, specifically USAID design in data or computer science, you would say APK application, like the app, a specific app. And in any given space, wherever the latitudes, wherever you are, the GPS will pick exactly the data and submit it into the web. So I knew exactly what he was saying. The reason is simple, because if we were depending on our internet connectivities back in Liberia, your people will always complain. And sometimes you feel that your staffs are lazy or they are not working in with the time. or those things are not their fault. So these advanced steps and methodologies are there to help beef up your effort. So I urge you to take key interest in what he said. If you can use the draw, or you can build a data system that will just, like my earlier question, that exactly what he was talking, that you will have the people there already. You know that, okay, Sister Sarah has a rheumatism, and it has to be some kind of illness that is terminal. So you have to render service to her in some periods of time, like in sequence.
Okay.
It's in the database, you know it.
Thank you. I think we time is well spent. Thank you very much for your comment. This is why Mr. Sherman took the initiative to come to us and listen to Liberians who can help in any way necessary. So we'll send those contacts over to him. And if you're joining us right now, like my colleague Linfo said, and you, God, as well, please, we always want to have you here on the borderline, always to share with us. Share your stories. Let's see how we can work together as Liberia. You know, those things, we always have failures in some point, but that should not discourage or deter us. We should come together and build. This is what the May 25th event in Antwerp is all about. How can you put together and that's the talents and skills of Liberia in the diaspora and work to our Liberia. So we urge everyone, if you're listening to us, if you're in a neighborhood in Europe, please come to May 25th. We'll be there and we'll listen to you. We'll see what we can do for Liberia. Okay, so we let you say thank you. Chima Dugashinako will run that promo for May 25. But let's thank Mr. Sherman for coming. It was great having you here, and we got a full insight of what you do. And as you progress, we'll always want to have you here. Now when you progress, even if you're facing challenges, we want to have you here. And through tonight's program, at least you got one person who is willing to work with you. Who knows? The next time you come here, you might have 2-3 people who can come in with different expertise. Like you said, you need people that are expertise in eyes, treatment, ears, nose, and headache, and whatever. You might just have people pouring in. And so we want to say thank you very much for your visit to us. This should not be your last time. We hope that we'll have you here once again. Thanks a lot. And we'll see you again. Then you have a last comment. You have a last word for us. Yeah, probably, yes.
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to give thanks to the Almighty God for giving me life to be here today. And I want to say thanks to you guys for giving me the time to be able to tell our brothers and sisters back home the kind of work that we are doing. And I'm so happy to be here. And I want to say hats off to the brother who just called from Belgium. And I hope to have his contact that can be able to work along with him. Then we still on a learning path. MOCSA Foundation is still on a learning path. So our arms are open to anybody, be at home and abroad, that can come in to be able to see how best they can help them. Probably we're doing the wrong thing, we think that is the right thing. So our arms are open to you guys too, wherever you see that we can do the best. And coming with that suggestion to me, my doors are open, my numbers is on 24/7. Once you call me, and I'll be able to answer you and take that advice. Thank you so much for giving me the time and opportunity to tell our people back home the kind of work we're doing, and we're open to support. Be in any way they can support us. We'll be happy that they can support us in that direction to see our people then be healthy in Mama Liberia.
Thank you.
Hello Diaspora Liberian is the consultative meeting of Liberian entrepreneurs and professionals in Europe, brought to you by AFLA. It's all happening in Antwerp, Belgium, May 25th, 2024, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m., Landstraat 102, and it's by invitation only. Don't miss out. Welcome remarks by Mr. Francis Mensah, President of AFLA. Overview of the program, Ms. Emily E. S. King. Our topics and speakers are Honorable Alex Gonti, Entrepreneurship and Innovation in Liberian Diaspora Community, Mistress Leona Alsa, Policy Advocacy, Civil Engagement and Professional Development. Mr. John N. Brunel, Investment Opportunities in Liberia and Professional Development. Mr. Kuku Wisse, Skills Transfer and Mentorship. Brain Drain. See you in Antwerp, May 25th, 2024. Our proud sponsors, Chroma Corios, Alpha Arise from Sham, Patient Bawi, Afi Susu. Other sponsors are Liwini, Tulizin, and Spice It Up. Other sponsors are the Bottom Line Liberia, Apisi. Augustus God Tumor, Spice It Up, and A Say
Okay, well, that's how I would like to leave you here this evening. My name is Linford Goy, along with Jima Kamara, Gatume, guys. Anything else?
Well, what a show. Thank you very much, Carl, for joining us late. But anyway, you made it. That's very good for showing up.
Yeah, better late than never, right?
Another good thing here, we just on this public note too, we also have a radio live. Guys always on the radio 247 nowadays. The Bottom Liberia 24/7 radio, 24/7 web radio. You can always catch Guy there. He always has some interesting stories. He has talk shows on the radio. So always, you see the app on the screen right now. You can download the app. You always catch our radio. Guy is there to give you all the latest, the news, the music. He's the guy behind the microphone right now in the hot seat. So don't forget to join us. Catch us on download our app. That's the Bottom Liberia app. You catch us there on. God will be there. God, Thomas will be there to give you all the latest music, whatever you want to know. If you want to speak, also call him. He will always talk to you. Guys, always the right man in charge. I want to say a big thank you to all you guys, more especially to Brother Sherman who showed up, and it was a great show. And I want all those who are listening, wherever you were joining us from, that is the Jara TV, Spice It Up, and our own Bottom Line Liberia, YouTube and Facebook. Always we want to catch you. If you also always want to remind you, if it's around Europe at this time, please don't forget to join us in Antwerp on the 25th of May. We'll be there. This is for professional and entrepreneurs, Liberians living in the diaspora. Let's discuss something better this time for Liberia and ourselves. We want to create that enabling environment for our community, for ourselves in Europe, in as well as other part of the world. That's for me for now, guys, and I think I'll catch you on Friday.
Okay.
Okay, Jamal, thank you so much. Yeah, I think I'm done with the flu, so the quality of my voice has been poor, but I'm working on it. And I had a tough day today, so yeah.
Okay, but guys, it was good to see you, or at least you made it. You said you're going to make it, and you made it. So, you know, I think this one quality of a man. For me, my word is my bond, and that's why I'm very particular about what I say. I don't just say things. If I tell you, you move from there, I'll catch you. You go or you cannot catch you. If I able, you find out able. You know, my word is my word. Yeah. But thank you for coming. And this is how I'd like to leave you on this edition of the Bottom Line Liberia. You can join us on Friday. That's just about 2 days from now. Tomorrow is Wednesday, May 1. Oh, yeah. You know,
Labor Day.
Yeah, Labor Day. There is this story about Labor Day. This is many years ago. If they catch you working, they can beat you on May 1. But I think the rule has changed. You don't beat anybody. All you do, just stay home, relax, and then, you know. So right after Labor Day, tomorrow, Wednesday, then Thursday, we went back to work, and then Friday, we're going to be here on the Bottom Line Liberia, where we'll be bringing you more information.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so this is how I'd like to leave you.